Hey folks, thanks for coming to the channel and checking it out. We're going to do a review on my Milwaukee chainsaw, 16-inch, and I've had this thing for about 2 years. In the following video, I'm going to show you examples of me using it. Okay, so anyway, we're going to take it up in the woods and show you how it runs. I'm real happy with this. It's a great trail maintenance tool, and it's got this cover here. You can see I've been using it for a while. I've only been through 2 chains, and today I ran this thing for about 3 hours doing trail work, as you'll see in the video, and I've already drained the oil out of it here. And then I also talk about some of the features that are associated with this unit. All my batteries are still doing well. This thing has never overheated on me, and real pleased with it. But let's get to the action. Hey everyone, thanks for coming to the channel. Continuing with my Milwaukee reviews. All of these tools that I've done reviews on, I've paid for myself, and so it's unbiased. I've got the whole fuel battery setup system, and this is the biggest one that I've got, the 12.0. I use that for the chainsaw and the string trimmer. That's in another video. But anyway, today I'm doing the chainsaw review, and I've had this for 2 years. I've been doing a lot of trail work up here on my relative's property over those 2 years, and I gotta say, this is probably the best tool that I've ever bought. So the pros are I can do pretty much all the trails. I can cut probably around 3 or 4 larger trees and clear them out, and still have battery left. But of course you can have extra batteries. My only complaint about this thing is the bar oil leaking. And so if you store this thing and you set it upright with the bar oil full, which goes in right here, you're gonna have a big puddle at some point. So my practice is to, first of all, vent the cap. Just crank it open, let it breathe before you store it short term. If you're gonna let it sit for more than a month, just drain the oil out into a funnel and then back into the bar oil bottle. So that's really my only complaint, is that the blade comes really sharp. This thing cuts through trees like butter. But you know, the more you do, the more you're gonna have to sharpen your blade or get a new one. But yeah, this one's pretty dead, so it's not gonna be a very good representation of what this thing can do. But I'm gonna rip through this one real quick and show you what happens, or you know, what it looks like when I'm done. We'll find it. Yeah, so I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe. We're gonna do a lot more reviews on not just Milwaukee stuff, but other tools that I collect along the way. Looking a little bit closer to this unit here, you've got a tool slot here that the little socket and a screwdriver fits into, and that is always on the machine so that you can take this cover off if you need to reset your chain, or you know, clean things out down in there and stuff. So here is also a tension screw. You can set it, and I honestly probably only have to do that once a year. It holds up really well. This is the perfect trail clearing chainsaw. You know, if you get into some old growth, we've got a little bit of fir, larger firs around here. Obviously you're going to need something bigger, and that's just not what this is for. This is just for what you see I'm doing today mostly. But just around the house, cutting firewood here and there, that works as well. So it's a great tool. Follow the links down below. Please subscribe, and we'll continue the video here. All right, that took about 5 minutes. Not bad. Some of the stuff was pretty solid, had some knots in it. It's actually a really solid piece, except for on the last like ½ inch there, but a little chainsaw did a really nice job of ripping through it. Okay, so I kind of thought that maybe some of you might be wondering about these racks I have here on this Honda Rancher. This is a 2011 Rancher, and I got these racks. I might have got them on eBay. If I can find the link, I mean, not eBay, but probably Amazon. If I can find the links, I'll put them in the description for you. Front one's Black Widow, and the rear one is made by, looks like Titan attachments. And like I said, I don't know if they're if I got them on Amazon, but I'll try and find the links. But anyway, it's got a real nice attachment system here. And the thing I like about this is it's deep, and this back part comes off if you need to. But it keeps my chainsaw and all my tools in there real nice. And then on the front here, got a Superwinch mounted. And I can't remember if there was a video on that. I did not make a video as far as the installation goes, and it really wasn't that bad. You just have to remove a few of these front pieces off of here, but this thing's been real helpful with pulling the larger trees that I cut. And I've never had this thing stuck, but I imagine it'd work well for that too. Well, here's a pretty good pile. That one, I would say maybe 10 inches at the most. But that's solid, pretty solid fir tree there. And we're gonna clear all this mess out. You guys who subscribe to my channel, sometimes I go off on tangents, and but I try to sprinkle little good bits of information in for those of you that are interested. And you might have noticed my sidearm, I don't know, while I was cutting earlier, but it's a Taurus Linean G2 9mm, and it's a PT 111. That's a few years old, but that's my trail gun. It's got a lot of, you can get some of the larger mags. You're not going to kill a bear with it, obviously, but you know, we've got a lot of cougar and bear around here, and we've had some take out some animals, so I always carry a sidearm with me. And then this holster is a Kydex. I don't even know what brand it is. It did not come with the rifle or the weapon, but I drilled a hole here, so put a lock through it behind the trigger. And anyway, just thought you might be interested in that if you're into this kind of stuff. But this thing's been super reliable. I've probably put 400 or 500 rounds through it, just practicing around here, and it's never misfired or anything. Great gun. I'm having a hell of a time videoing today without that tripod, so I can't really get you up very close to stuff. I like to get in a little bit closer, but I'm just trying to illustrate the capabilities of this chainsaw. And no, I'm not a rep for Milwaukee or anything like that. I just love it, and I love all their tools, but we're gonna cut through this thing here. So you can kind of see there, that's pretty good. Decent size, I mean, for clearing trails and stuff. Ripped through that pretty good, but first pretty soft. So if you got a lot of oak and stuff like that that's falling down, it's gonna take you a little bit longer, but you know, it just takes time. Gotta have a sharp blade, that sort of thing. God, I'm getting too old for this shit. We're getting there though. This thing was buried underneath all this other stuff. That one's gonna be rough. All right, good enough. Another one cleared, on to the next one. Okay, here's a big one. This one came down, I think, last year, so it's still pretty solid. That's not rotten in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a shot. And if I'm successful, I'll put it in the video. If not, I won't. So I don't want to waste your time. Another thing I'd point out is the safety bar here. This engages. That's engaged. It's right up here where it's looking more solid. I don't know if you can see that, but definitely not rotten. It's wet, but not totally rotten. There's no termites in it. So anyway, I think that's probably enough. I don't want to bore you all day with you watching me cut wood. Link in the description for this thing. I don't know if it's still available on Amazon, but I'll put it down there if it is. Hope I helped you out. Please subscribe. Check out all the other videos. I do all kinds of stuff, 3D printing, gardening, prepping, EMP proofing stuff. Anyway, subscribe. Thought I was done. Last year's work. Told you I'd jump around a lot. So we're going to put the bar oil, chain oil back in the container with this funnel here. So just take the cap off, because I don't think I'll be using this thing for probably a few weeks. And then you just tilt it over, pour it back in the container. That's what you want to do when you store these things.